This is the Scoreboard Don't Lie, a unique sports betting and making money channel that I've created just, since April. Amassed a best bet record totally across, baseball and football so far. Since April, 40 wins, 16 losses, 71% winners on our best bets. And we look at everything across the board. 110 game sample, 64% winners. This this channel is definitely a quality over quantity channel. So when I have a play, then you can at least historically know that we're hitting at 64% winners. And that's what I'm looking to do here today. College football, man, let's get off to a great start again. You can see on the screen right here, best bets this year just in college football is 5-0 for a little over 4 units. And our degenerate plays, those, if you're new, are half unit plays. We're 2-2, so we're treading water there. 7-2 across the board, college football this season for a little over 4 units. All right, my first play, my best bet, 1 unit play is going to be an LSU minus 2.5. And here's why. I calculate for every single college football team their percent offensive plays that go for 0 or negative yards. And Mississippi happens to go 40% of the time on offense. Their plays, 40% of their plays go 0 or negative, and that's not good. I've been using this statistic, or this, advanced stat, if you will, that I have to create myself because it's not available anywhere else. So I spend a lot of time each week updating this, and it's not one of the fun things to do. But you know why I do it? Is because it works. That's why I do it. So I just want to share with you guys the way that Mississippi has moved the ball this year. It's just, I think they're due to regress based on the fact that, like I said, they're not very efficient at gaining yards. So they're due to regress because they've been moving the ball pretty well. And I think that's going to happen. I think the regression happens against LSU, a quality opponent. I think LSU gets the win. LSU, another advanced stat that I have created for myself. It measures offensive efficiency, and LSU is right up there with most, top tier team. I don't want to get into the exact nuance of it because I want to keep some of the trade secrets kind of secret, right? But if you're familiar with something called drive success, it basically, if I remember correctly, you need to get a certain amount of yards on each down for that play to be graded successful. I basically looked at that and I like it, but I think I found it a more efficient way and a more accurate way to actually identify a better way to measure offensive efficiency. And I've been using this for many years, and it works well too. And it works on the side of LSU. So we have a major problem potentially for Mississippi coming into this game. Like I said, not sure if they're going to be able to move the ball like they have so far in the season. I think they've overachieved. And I think LSU is primed to take this game minus 2.5. Best bet, 1 unit play. All right, my second best bet, if you will, 1 unit play is going to be a 3-team 10-point teaser. There's not many games I like individually today. A lot of the spreads are just really high. I don't like playing large favorites, but I don't mind playing large favorites that I can turn into small favorites with the use of a teaser. Air Force, they're playing San Diego State, and I absolutely think that Air Force should probably cover the spread, no doubt about it. I'm talking about the 14.5 point spread that they have. But like I said, I don't like to play large favorites when I don't have to, because you never know what can happen. Backdoor covers, a couple turnovers by, say, Air Force, and it could be a closer game than you want it to be. So the reason why I like Air Force in this game is because they play their games at high altitude, 6,600 and something feet above sea level. And why is that significant? Because San Diego State coming in is not prepared to play in that kind of environment. There's less oxygen in the air. They're not even ready to play it. I should say at any location against Air Force, because their rush defense, they're allowing over 5 rush yards per game, or 5 rush yards per attempt. San Diego State, they hemorrhage yards to the run. And who are they playing? Oh, just the best friggin' running football team in college football. Air Force, who averages over 5 rush yards per attempt. You factor in the high altitude. And if Air Force hasn't run away with it before halftime, just wait until San Diego State's lungs are just burning and they're gassed because they're sucking for air because of the lack of oxygen the levels in the high altitude. Look for Air Force, if they haven't totally separated themselves before halftime, they'll just be running downhill so easily against San Diego State, and they should easily win. They should easily cover the point spread, but like I said, let's just tease it down to a half. That's all it is. So moving on to the other ones. All right, in the interest of time, I'm going to speed this up. I don't want this to be so long, but Missouri, to tease it down to 3.5, I mean, this is an amazing opportunity. They are very efficient. They gain first downs very efficiently, and they're going against Vanderbilt. And again, Vanderbilt, a team, 40% of their offensive plays go for 0 or negative yards. They're always in 3rd and long. They're not very good at picking them up. I don't see anything other than a horrible day in turnover margin by Missouri for them not to be able to cover minus 3.5. Now, this next one is unbelievable. Marshall against Old Dominion. Let's just say Old Dominion, 46.3% of their offensive plays go for 0 or negative yards. They are trash. And then when you match that up with Marshall and what they do on defense is unbelievable. I don't know if Old Dominion is going to even be able to move the ball. Marshall on defense has held their opponent's offense to 0 or negative yards 49% of the plays so far this season. So you're talking about Old Dominion. They can't do shit against shit, and they're playing against a defense in Marshall who is stopping the opponent almost 50% of the time from even gaining a yard, sometimes negative. So these 3 teams right here, this teaser, I absolutely love. 1 unit play, best bet. Let's get on to the next game. All right, this last play is not a best bet. It's a degenerate half unit play. It doesn't grade out so high, but it grades out better than a lean. So I'm willing to risk a half a unit on Florida plus 1.5. Like I said, I have at least a few, maybe more advanced stats that I have created over the years. And the wonderful part about that is no one can watch every college football game. So you can use this data that I've collected to actually see who teams really are. And it's surprising sometimes. It's surprising the bias or what you think a team is from the little that you've seen, maybe flipping through the channels. I got 5 TVs on the wall, so I got 5 games going on. And I still don't see enough of them with 5 TVs on the wall all at once. I think I've watched just the tiniest bit of Florida this year and a tiniest bit of Kentucky. And the little opinion that I formed regarding these 2 teams, it's just unbelievable when you actually look at who they really are with these advanced stats that I've calculated. I would never have thought Kentucky was a team that has 38% of their offensive plays go for 0 or negative yards. I'm shocked when that came up. I double checked to make sure I didn't make a mistake, and I didn't make a mistake. Florida too. It was burned in my memory. That first game, against Utah just looked like absolute trash. But when I'm looking, they're actually pretty solid in terms of gaining a new set of down. Their offense is way better than I thought. I mean, just watching just a little bit of some teams and maybe seeing, in the background, like highlight or something like that in terms of what you could think in your mind. And then when you actually have the quantifiable information in front of you that actually tells you who they are, it's just so crazy how different it can be. So we're just going to play Florida plus 1.5 half unit degenerate play. This is the early game on Saturday. So a little appetizer, a little fun little appetizer before we get into the meat and potatoes of the big best bets that we have. So good luck to everybody. Let's have some fun and let's keep the success going.